Let's compare a Cinema-Line camera to an iPhone. Now, I'm gonna predict that this FX30 is gonna be better than this iPhone 17 Pro, but the main purpose of this comparison is to see that if I could use this iPhone 17 Pro as a B or C cam in a pinch if I need it. Because let's face it, as videographers and as creators, this phone right here is magic in my hands. The quality of what I've seen so far out of this phone in terms of picture and video quality is kind of absurd. Now, according to many sources, the main lens, the default lens of the iPhone 17 Pro is 24 millimeters with an aperture of 1.78. So I'm just gonna round up to 1.8 for that. For this, I don't have a 24 millimeter equivalent for the FX30, only because it is an APS-C sensor, which means any lens I put on it is gonna have a 1.5 times crop. I think the best bet to compare it to might be this 11 millimeter Sony lens. I know what you're thinking. The 11 millimeter lens is not going to look anything like the 24 millimeter, but on the FX30, it is gonna have a 1.5 times crop, which means 11 times 1.5, which gives us around 16, 17 millimeters equivalent, but I don't have anything that's gonna match that exact look. And what we're looking for here specifically is, can it handle colors well, and is it as sharp? Those are my two main concerns. Now, when it comes to lighting and IBIS, again, the FX3 is gonna take the cake, but I'm looking for detail here. I need to know if it is a good B or C camera. For this test specifically, we are going to be using Apple Log, and we are going to be using 4K to kind of give us the best results. If you don't know, when you're filming on an iPhone, it's best to use the back-facing cameras, you have to do that instead of have it in selfie mode, because the selfie mode camera doesn't have all the special lenses and everything. I haven't uploaded it to my computer yet. Kind of impressed with the results, but I'm gonna show you guys here in a second, after I upload and after I color grade, how crazy this actually is. Okay, yeah, so the results are kind of scary. So let's push it even further, and I'm gonna test the iPhone compared to my FX3 with a 24-70 2.8. Now, the iPhone might have the advantage here because, one, this is a Sigma lens and it's honestly not super sharp of an image. It's 2.8 while the iPhone is 1.8. So let's see what comparing those two would look like. When doing a side-by-side comparison, the FX3, in my opinion, is just a little bit more cinematic. You get nice bokeh and depth of field, but when it comes to landscapes, the iPhone does perform really well. And if you know how to tell a story, then it's not about the camera or the lens. But again, the FX3 just has a little bit more edge when it comes to that cinematic feel, in my opinion. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm just happy an iPhone's not going to be replacing my $4,000 camera. So to answer the question, can this iPhone replace a B camera or a C camera? In my opinion, no. Not even by a little bit, but I am so thankful that it's in my arsenal of equipment, because if equipment breaks while I'm on set or at a wedding day, I can fall back on an iPhone. And it's crazy to say that out loud in a sentence, but it's still amazing that technology has progressed this far to where I can consider using an iPhone for weddings. Will I ever actually purposely shoot a wedding on an iPhone? Probably not. Now, when it comes to comparing the iPhone to a Cinema-Line camera like the FX30 or the FX3, you have to remember that the FX30 and the FX3 Both have IBIS. They have a lot more stops of dynamic range. They might not have more detail than an iPhone, but the bokeh, the creaminess, the interchangeable lenses, these small details can either make or break shooting an event or shooting a commercial or whatever it is you're shooting. There's just simply a lot more versatility when it comes to these kind of cameras. If you brought an iPhone to a wedding or an event claiming that you're a professional shooter, people will laugh at you. They're expecting to see a camera in your hand, not a phone. Because phones are made to do so many things. Cameras are made to do one thing, and the one thing that they do is they capture things better than phones. They're made to do this specific thing. Now, if you compare the iPhone to the FX30, it gets real close, but then again, you go into interchangeable lenses and in-body image stabilization and different colors. It's just, you have to understand that cameras are a tool in a tool bag, and each camera and each lens is a different tool for a specific project. I'm not surprised that this is still better than an iPhone, but Apple and iPhones, they are getting real close. They're just not quite there. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe.